Shalom. First and foremost, I want to say, call Elohim La, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, great millstone for her learning truth and rule well. And Shalom to hopeful elect. I just burn your call on another video. And I just want to upload this real quick, Lord willing. It was on my spirit, I was just meditating on this. Nevertheless, I'm starting from Revelation 12 and 11. It says, "And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." And I got one. The main point I wanted to give is in verse 11. It says that they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. Okay, that Lamb being YAHAWASHI, and who was they that overcame was talking about the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, the 12 tribes. Okay, the remnant. Okay, the 1/3 remnant that will be saved and delivered out of these troubling times to come. And I just want to offer some through the Spirit some comforting words in the time we're coming in. The great famine, the great death. Okay, a lot of times of uncertainty. Okay, you're gonna have a lot of, like I said before, trials, tribulations. And the scriptures tell you in Revelation 3 and 10, I believe. I can go to it real quick. 3 and 10, it says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, and also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth." Yeah, and this is just like I said, I just wanted to upload this as before, some words to come from in my spirit. I want to share this, with the Akim, and then maybe any sisters out there who are listening and believe. Basically just enjoy the ride. Like I said, like that was what came to my mind. Just enjoy the ride, because victory was promised to us. Okay, I'm not saying the victory was promised to us. I'm talking about ultimately the whole entire nation of Israel, because through the elect, like I tell you in let me get it real quick. Romans 11. Romans 11:25 says, "For I would not, brethren, that ye should be ignorant of this mystery, lest ye should be wise in your own conceits, that blindness in part is happened to Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles be come in." The Gentiles are talking about Israelite foreigners, okay? Israelites in the Gentile state of mind, not the natural Gentiles. And that's a whole lesson for another day, but nevertheless, I just want to get straight to the point. It says, "And so all Israel," is the point, verse 26, "and so all Israel shall be saved, as is written, there shall come out of Zion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. For this is my covenant unto them, when I shall take away their sins, as according to the gospel they are enemies for your sakes, but as touching the election they are beloved for the fathers," man. All right, so and let's go ahead and get it. It says, "For the gifts and calling of the Most High are without repentance, for as ye in times past have not believed the Most High, yet have now obtained mercy through their unbelief, even so have these also now not believed, that through your mercy they may also obtain mercy." And he basically, to break this down, he's going to show you that the 2/3 are going to be brought back to the 1/3. Okay, the 2/3 don't believe right now; they're scoffing at the truth. But nevertheless, when through the 1/3 remnant, who the Lord has blessed with the eyes to see and ears to hear of this gospel, they're going to come back as our children. They're going to come back and be saved as well into the covenant, man. You see, when the Most High shall take away our sins, but the whole point now he's want to make is just the fact that he's enjoy the ride. For us who in the faith, us who believe, like I got in Revelation 12 and 12, Esau's about to come down with great wrath. A lot of things are about to happen. A lot of situations, trials, tribulations. Some people are going to have to, some Israelites are going to have to lose their life for this testimony. Okay, to show yourself faithful to YAHAWASHI, to glorify the names of YAHAWASHI. Okay, you may, like I said, for maybe trials, tribulations, you may not eat for a week. The Lord to test your faith to see if you're going to still not take that chip, the RFID microchip, which is indeed the mark of the beast, spoken about in Revelation 13th chapter. Like I said before, I just want to use, like the scriptures say, count it all joy. Just enjoy the ride, because at the end of the day, through all this tribulation that's coming, not only did YAHAWASHI promise us that he was going to deliver us and be with us in this time of trouble, he promised a great deliverance. Like, for example, getting beaten up on those chariots before the nuclear missiles hit. But nevertheless, we have a beautiful, beautiful kingdom coming to us. We have true rest, and that's something our people haven't had. I always watched the video earlier. The brother I'm a one I bad had put down a timeline. I forgot what it was, but basically it was something about a massacre that happened. Let me some massacre. Let me see what. All right, Salaki, I had to pause the video, and I'm low in the post production. I'm edit that part out, but nevertheless, this I was talking about basically the LA massacre. The brother Amawan I bad reposted on the timeline, and I watched it. He's going to show you. You can go watch this yourself. But nevertheless, you see the title on the screen by the New York Post. Nevertheless, it's basically, how Esau, gets to going into basically more to some of that more crimes that Esau torturing our people, by electric chair, all types of different things, whipping the shit out of our people, mass slaughtering our people, etc., etc. Women, children, men, it's just, all I mean, like I said, you can go watch it yourself, but nevertheless, and I just go into words of comfort, the fact that our people have been through a lot of hell, and we know more hell is coming. These 2/3 are going to completely have no hedge of protection out here because they ultimately have rejected the truth, and ultimately, like I just read, ultimately it's not given to them to understand it. They've been really in reality, they've been rejected, and they're going to get it in the kingdom, But the beautiful part is that they're going to come back in the kingdom, and the fact that, Lord willing, the part of the elect, we're going to be delivered, and then we're finally going to have rest as a nation of people, man. I tell you in Hebrews 13 and 14, this is, like I said before, this is when we offer some words of comfort, the fact that, we're going to be blessed very soon. These curses are going to be taken off of us very, very soon. This Jacob's trouble is the last thing we have to go through as a nation before we finally get all the blessings, birthright, everlasting peace and joy, all hearts desire forever. There's a Hebrews 13 and 14, it says, for here we have no continuous city, but we seek one to come. Yeah, so like I said before, that's the kingdom of heaven, man. And like Scripture tell you in Revelation 21st chapter, get that, Revelation 21 and 4. It says, and the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, will be mortal, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things have passed away. And he that sat upon the throne said, behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, write, for these words are faithful and true, man. All right, and I'm going to skip down to verse 7. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, that will be his power, and he shall be my son, man. So we have a lot to look forward to, man. Our worst days are I can't even say behind us, because we still got the last thing to go through. Okay, Jacob's trouble, like I said, for different trials, tribulations. But hey, once we get through this is gonna be our last bit of sorrow, our last bit of suffering forever, man. Like I said before, we're finally gonna enter our kingdom, and the Lord is gonna pamper us and give us all the blessings that He had promised us all throughout the scriptures, man. I was gonna grab this real quick. Jeremiah 32, and one of my favorite scriptures, Jeremiah 32 and 39. It says, now I'll start at verse 37. Behold, I will gather them out of all countries where I have driven them in my anger and in my fury and in great wrath, and I will bring them again unto this place. I will cause them to dwell safely, and they shall be my people, and I shall be their power, and I will give them one heart and one way, that they may fear me forever, for the good of them and of their children after them. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them, that I will not turn away from them to do them good, but I will put my fear in their hearts, that they shall not depart from me. And this also is a second covenant, man. The immortality to come, the everlasting peace that the Lord YAHAWASHI has promised us. Okay, the Israelites. Okay, having our enemies under our feet, man. Okay, not we're going to experience true safety, because that's something that Israelites we have not experienced as a nation, man. Okay, safety, no fear from our enemies, man. Like the scriptures tell you, at least in Jeremiah as well, it says none shall make him afraid. I believe it's Jeremiah either 30th chapter or Jeremiah 16th chapter. I believe it's the 30th chapter. It says, yeah, I will rejoice over them to do them good, and I will plant them in this land assuredly with my whole heart and with my whole soul. For thus saith Yahweh, like as I have brought all this great evil upon His people, so I bring upon them all the good that I have promised them. So again, in order to get this, we have to go through this last little bit. Okay, this our last little bit of that cup we have to drink of is Jacob's trouble, man. Like I said before, we know that we're expecting the Lord promised a great, great deliverance, but as well as just seeing how to watch our people getting put to death, etc., and all that. Hey, it's gonna be a beautiful time. Like it's taking Isaiah 60 and 21 to tell you that people shall be all righteous, and that's gonna be part of the blessings, man. Not seeing Jake in a low estate, but only not seeing Jake bugged out, man. Jake believing on these different doctrines. Jake looking to the heathens for answers. Jake trusting the heathens. Okay, just all the BS that's in our nation, all the folly, all of it's gonna be just purged out, man. We get the new bodies, so then we have a lot to look forward to. That's just the whole point of the comfort and lesson. But it's the last thing to go forward to, so we should rejoice. And we're very, very close to our inheritance, and very, very close to know that, like I said before, having these heathens, first vengeance and restoration, man. Okay, vengeance on all the heathen and restoration for our nation, man. Truly be blessed, man. Have our heart's desire, like Elder Kazak from Mississippi did a video earlier this morning or last night. He did a video going into all the precious stones, all the precious stones and different precious stones our kingdom is going to be made out of, man. Our kingdom, man, it's going to be absolutely beautiful. How about, Shah? It's gonna show us how much He loves us in the kingdom, man. We just have to go through the last little bit of rough ways. This is like I scripture tell you in Sirach 17. I'm not gonna get it, but basically the Lord said He nourishes His firstborn with discipline. So we're almost at the end of that discipline. Like I said, we're at the end of that discipline is great reward. Lord willing is edifying. Like I said, for I want to offer some words of comfort to the scriptures, the spirit, probably YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. We're almost at the end of our affliction forever, man. We just gotta get through this last thing. Okay, we gotta get these last trials, these last tests, whatever those tests may be. You just gotta have faith. Like I said, for just enjoy the ride. Whatever the Lord throws at you, just enjoy it, man. Because we know what's on the other end of this. Okay, we know after this Jacob's trouble, man. The Lord promised, man. The Lord is not a liar. Numbers 23:19, man. The Lord, He can't. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible for Him to lie. So, hey, we know after this, ain't gonna be no more captivities. Ain't gonna be no more Israelites being put to death. We're gonna be immortal, man. Ain't gonna be no more suffering. Ain't gonna be no more trials. Ain't gonna be no more poverty, man. Like the scriptures tell you, we labor for a bag full of holes, man. That's exactly what our people are in. Our people in poverty, all the curses, and the curses Deuteronomy 28th chapter. But very very soon we're gonna have the shower in the blessings, man. All right, like I guess read in Jeremiah 32. I can read it again. I'm gonna wrap it up. It says Jeremiah 32 and 42. For this saith the Lord, Yahweh Shimei Shah, like as I have brought all this great evil upon His people, so will I bring upon them all the good that I have promised them, man. All right, so Lord willing is edifying. We give all praise to Yahweh Shimei Shah by Shem Kakdash. Double honors to elders, apostles, great millstone who will learn truth and will well, and shalom, so hopefully.